5 everyday habits are destroying your spine, and you're probably doing at least 3 of them right now. My name is Dr. Grant Elliott. We've helped thousands with low back pain, disc herniations, and sciatica fully recover through our one-on-one online coaching program. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 habits that are silently wrecking your spine and exactly how to fix each one. Now, low back pain is the #1 disability in the world. It affects 80% of human beings alive at some point in their life and accounts for upwards of $100 billion a year in healthcare expenses, which is crazy. And what you need to know is that the vast majority of low back pain is totally recoverable. The #1 thing that prevents people from recovering from low back pain is 1, not believing you can actually get better, and 2, not having the right plan to get better. And these 5 everyday habits that you are probably doing, or at least some of them, that could be affecting your spine can be part of that plan or the lack of plan instead. So first, let's all agree you can get better. You can recover from low back pain. I need your belief. Otherwise, nothing I talk to you about today is going to help you and no plan will work. But if I can have your belief, if we can agree, low back pain is common, but it's highly recoverable. There's no reason your body cannot heal and get better. Then this video will help you, and so will a plan. So the first daily habit that you are probably making that is not good for your spine is obsessing about your posture. You are correct. Obsessing about your posture is not good for your spine, and it's not good for 2 main reasons. 1, if we buy into the narrative that we have to obsess about our posture, that the reason for our pain is our posture, 1, it's tying something to a very singular focus, meaning low back pain is multifactorial. There's many different things that affect low back pain, and 90% of it is called non-specific low back pain, meaning you can't trace it back to one singular thing. So it is very negligent to tell a patient or a client, your pain is because of your posture, because now it goes against the evidence and it makes us locked into obsessing about our posture and thinking now it needs to be perfect, otherwise we're going to stay in pain. And if we don't look perfect, then oh my gosh, we must be in pain. And it makes us obsess about our bodies. And that is not good for understanding pain. And it's also not good for becoming overly attached to it. And the second reason that this is not good for your spine is because anything that forces you to move less is not good for your spine. So if you're constantly trying to be in one particular posture all the time, then think about it. Your spine's moving less. If you're trying to keep what you perceive to be the right posture for you, perfect posture, you're not getting your spine into multiple ranges of motion. You're not getting in frequent positions throughout the day. And that will create more stiffness and more rigidity in your spine, more tension in your muscles. And that's not going to help anybody with back pain. What's best is to be in as many different postures as you can throughout the day, because the best posture for you is the one you're in for the next 5 minutes. Daily habit #2, that's destroying your spine. Similar to the first one, but this one is obsessing about your form, mainly when you're in the gym. I understand wanting to lift with proper mechanics, and that's great for your goals or for leverage. But if you're dealing with back pain, this can be a different perspective. If you're in the gym, or maybe you're just picking things up around the house normally, and you're obsessing about your form, once again, this is bad for 2 reasons. It makes you believe that your form will either fix pain or cause pain, and neither of those things are true. And it also ties your pain experience or the fragility of your spine, your perception of that, to your spine positioning. It makes you believe that your spine is fragile, that if you don't have perfect form, that something's going to slip or something's going to break or you're going to hurt yourself again. And that's going to create fear avoidance behaviors. It's going to make you start to move like a robot all the time. It's going to make you be fearful of bending your spine or lifting with a bent spine or with a twisted spine or whatever. And that's not true. And it's not good for you. Your spine is incredibly robust. It's incredibly strong. You can lift in a wide array of positions. And if you're adapted to that position, there's no reason for an arbitrary position or form to be harmful for you. And the second layer of that is it limits your spine's exposure to other load. So if I'm only lifting with, once again, what I perceive to be perfect form, my spine is only getting stronger in one type of movement or one particular position. But what makes a bulletproof spine is a spine that can move and can be loaded in all different kinds of motions. So imagine if I only ever deadlift with a perfectly straight spine, my spine's only getting strong and resilient in that particular position. But if I get strong deadlifting with a neutral spine, with a bent spine, with a really bent spine, with an extended spine, with a really extended spine, maybe even with a slightly twisted spine, my spine is becoming really strong in multiple different ranges of motion. So to lift with perfect form and obsessing about your form with every movement, it actually reduces the strength of your spine and it reduces its exposure to other things and will make it weaker in the long run. Hey, real quick, I know you're struggling with pain and obviously want to fix it. So if you just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, I will send you my free back pain fix demo. Just text that number and you can fix your pain. Thank me later. Back to the show. Daily habit number 3 that's not good for your spine is always keeping a tight core. We hear this myth about, the transverse abdominis, you activate it by sucking your stomach in and hollowing out, and that's the best thing for your spine. So some people do this when they're lifting, when they're working, when they're walking, and that's actually not good for your spine. It actually reduces some of your stability. What is better than sucking your stomach in and trying to tighten your core is actually the opposite. Let your belly hang out. Let that belly breathe. Reduce the chest breathing, increase the belly breathing, expand your abdomen in 360 degrees. This promotes diaphragmatic motion. It helps with core stabilization. And when we breathe into our belly, it actually relaxes our lower back and stimulates pelvic floor strength. Now, by learning how to just breathe into the belly and let the belly loose and breathe, that also then teaches us how to create intra-abdominal pressure when we lift, which is a rapid expansion of that internal abdominal cavity, which internally stabilizes the spine and helps other areas of your body move even better. This is a strength hack for when you're in the gym. So sucking your belly in, weaker spine, letting the belly hang out and learning how to control that, embrace that, that's a strong spine. Daily habit number 4 that's destroying your spine, stretching your hamstrings. In certain circumstances, not all. If you're someone who's sitting most of the day and you notice your low back hurts the longer you sit, when you bend forward to put socks and shoes on in the morning, when you bend over to touch your toes or lifting forward, all these things hurt your low back. Well, if you heard the false lesson that
stretching your hamstrings helps your low back,
that can actually make you worse. Because if you're getting all that bending throughout the day, well, what are you doing with your spine when you're stretching your hamstrings? You're bending your spine more. So you're getting more flexion, more bending. And this is very characteristic of how disc issues are developed. We get all this forward flexion, it slowly moves the disc material backwards further and further and further until it starts to produce pain, until it hits a nerve and causes sciatica. So if you keep doing more forward bending activities, you're just giving your spine more of what's getting too much of throughout the day. Stop doing movements like stretching the hamstrings and getting more forward bending. Start doing movements that look like the opposite, promoting extension in your lower back, extension in your hips. This is what your body needs more of, not forward bending movements. And the last one, the 5th daily habit that is destroying your spine, is doing movements that your spine isn't prepared for. If you're scrolling through Instagram and social media and you're finding all these weird viral stretches or viral positions that people are putting themselves in to supposedly get immediate relief, then you're setting yourself up for failure. Some of you are dealing with serious low back issues, and we get very serious conditions that join our program. People have numbness down their entire leg, burning in their feet. They have a surgery on the calendar, and we're canceling these surgeries every day. We're helping people get strength back in their foot or toes or calf. These are the types of cases we deal with, as well as those with minor low back pain that want to get back into the gym. And if you're dealing with some sensitive lower back pain and you put yourself in a position that your low back is not prepared for, like one of these crazy mobility movements or ridiculous positions that you get into on the bed, this can flare you up. It can make your spine condition worse. It can push that disc more. It can hit a nerve more, and it can cause you to spiral a bad direction. So you don't just want to do random movements off the internet because you don't know if your body's ready for that position, and it likely isn't. What you need is to stop doing the 5 things that we just went through and instead determine the appropriate plan for where you're at right now. Because if you're not doing the right exercises for your current situation and you're guessing on your own, or you're getting the wrong plan from your current healthcare provider or current path, then you're stuck. And I don't want you to be stuck. I want you to get the right approach, because if you have the right approach, you should see massive reduction in your symptoms within as little as a few weeks. And if you've been seeing a chiro or PT or general provider for months, you're on the wrong plan. If you're not seeing fast improvement, you're on the wrong plan. And I'm not suggesting quick fix approaches. Yes, if you have the right plan, you should see results fast. But it still requires work and effort to get through a pain reduction phase and then a bulletproofing phase. And that's the exact approach that we have used to help over 2,000 people through our one-on-one online coaching program get totally pain-free within 3 to 6 months. So if you'd like to get back to full activity with a long-term plan to ensure that this does not take over your life and it never happens again, then all you need to do is text me the word pain to 317-751-9509 and you can get a tailored step-by-step plan to permanently fix your back or sciatica issues following our centralization process. And our process has helped some of our online clients achieve 37% reduction in their pain in a single session, and others complete pain relief within as little as 15 days. So text me right now so you can get the opportunity to finally get the help that you deserve and just get pain-free. And after you text me, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram at RehabFix for more free daily videos and insights into my life and what I'm doing to keep myself and our clients pain-free. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll see some of you in our program real soon.